A moment ago, fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
So a glance here at the key inactives. There's other reasons, but this list, one of the reasons they've been struggling some this year.
And one that they won't make excuses with, but everyone knows that this is the key reason. Without these players, it's made it very difficult for them this season. They've battled, they've scrapped. But without those guys, hard to win games.
Give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Here we go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he fends him off. And now running left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Akeem Hicks able to drop him for a loss of 4. And now the offense will look to respond after the sack. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. At the end of 1, 7-0 is our score, and we're back to Soldier Field after this. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. They go with Howard again. And an alley to run. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a third down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in third and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in third and manageable. They've got a chance at a first down.
They go counter with Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Off the play fake, Jones. And this is complete to Zach Miller. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Zach Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
It used to be that if you were a big wide receiver and the coaches wanted to make you a tight end, you resisted the move. Now it's almost a glamour position because they have the mismatch advantage. Are you going to cover them with a linebacker? They're probably faster. A defensive back? They're going to be bigger. Tight end is the new big-time position.
Extra point try for Gostkowski. And it's good to make it 14-0. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. So far they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this one's incomplete. Back to throw here. Over the middle, complete. That's Hodges. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Vikings on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hodges. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
Come on, let's go.
He'll drop to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. They'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete. The Vikings on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he's able to find Diggs. That one goes for 24 yards. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Now back to throw. And he slides to avoid the hit. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38.
They'll set up to throw. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. That time a 9-play drive, and it's polished off by a Viking score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down. And this one might be going the other way.
Illegal blocking the ball. Return team.
So that will push him back.
And now we know why I had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back. That penalty will move them back.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, there's what we call an even front or an odd front. And an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the 2 defensive tackles in a 4-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
On first, they go right back to Howard. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him, sat there waiting for him and made the play.
Now Howard. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the gun on 3rd down. Jones got a man. It's right. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Here we go.
Here's Jones on 1st down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Jones to throw on 2nd down. That escapes the sack. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Throw left side complete. That's Hodges. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Look to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Well, the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Seven yards to go on second down. Again, it's Howard. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The Bears on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Jones now operating from the gun. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And to give this time to the tailback. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. Let's look back now at this closely contested first half. So we've got a tie game at half, and you can bet both coaches are in that locker room making adjustments and telling their guys to just keep playing hard like they did in the first half. All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. 1st and 10. Quick pass and completion is made here, and he'll take this all the way for the touchdown. Lead now at 14. Vikings have it early in the second. Diggs has got the catch here on the quick pass, and he'll end up at the 20-yard line before being tackled. Stick sticking with the same drive. Flynn's able to get open here, and he'd cap off the 10-play drive with a TD. Now 1st and 10, Vikings down by a touchdown. Diggs is able to get open here, and he'll take this all the way for a touchdown.
Okay, LR, we are indeed all even as these teams come back out for the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. Gets past one man. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got
Now Howard stripped. He lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They've got great field position, obviously, to start this drive. Tie game, do you maybe go a little riskier here with that great field position?
I think some guys look at it and say, let's go. Be aggressive. Be bold. Let's get it downfield right now. Other guys will look at it and say, you know something? I think we're in a position to get 3 points if we don't make any big mistakes. Run our offense, get in that spot, and see if you get the 3, and hopefully maybe even more.
Either way, I bet they're happy to have options.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. The Vikings on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they don't get a touchdown here on this opening drive of the third quarter, but I think you still say mission accomplished as they come away from it with the lead.
Absolutely. You've got to apply the pressure here, make the other guys play catch-up for a while, and now you just hope your defense can step up and protect the lead.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Throwing, Jones. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sims. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Running with Howard, and he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. And now Jordan Howard slow to get to his feet, so they will stop play here. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Bears on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Let's go. 190.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's got Miller. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
About 3 yards there to the 27. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Back to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Jarrell Freeman coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you get a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now,
or
very
lights
quickly.
Out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. The Vikings defense getting ready to go. Coming off a fumble recovery there on the last time they were out on the field, so we'll see what they do here.
And once that happens, everybody wants to get involved. All right, whoever created the last one, they're going to get the praise in the film session. You want that praise yourself, so you know everyone's going to be attacking the football.
Yeah, we'll see if they can attack it, get hungry, and get another turnover. Now Jones. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. That one goes for 36 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big time.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Everson Griffin in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. From the gun, Jones. The catch made by Miller. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Zach Miller with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bears have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Jay Howard able to drop it for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded at the 20. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Bears take over. Cardale Jones and company heading back on the field. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, What do you look at stat line-wise for your quarterback? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. So after nearly turning it over, new life here for the offense on second down.
Here we go.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Hauled in by Wheaton over the middle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. The Bears on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
Jones operating from the gun. Miller on the catch over the middle. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. They go play action here on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down. Second down and 4.
Here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
They'll look to throw again. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Schmidt. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
They'll set up a throw. Looking for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. And hang on here. Freeman shaken up. Remaining on the ground after that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. They'll drop to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, it goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like you still harbor some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only 1 score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Dumps it into the flat to Langford. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And right with it here over the middle. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Here we go. Brand 38.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. And Miller with it over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Brand 38.
From the gun, Jones checks it underneath to Langford. And a stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard. Second down, Langford. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches.
Here we go.
Jones now off the bootleg. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
Time starting to run out here in the 4th. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. Here's Jones throwing on 1st down. And this is caught at the 8. And it's a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Getting late here in the 4th, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here.
Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Not a whole lot of room to run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the great move. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7.
Let's go. Brand 38.
And a give this time to the tailback. And a good hit there and knocked down hard. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready.
Let's go. Brand 38.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he showcased the spin, but couldn't do much else as he's wrangled down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at about the 14. 45 yards. That's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Cardale Jones and company heading back on the field. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another fourth-quarter comeback?
And it's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, even though the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot,
and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Here we go.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Stephen Weatherly in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. A big one coming now for the kicker, Zane Gonzalez. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Vikings, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Chicago, it's yet another loss as they've started out now 0-7. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.